Hey everybody, and welcome to another deep dive. You know, we all want our relationships to go well, right?
Absolutely.
But sometimes it can be so hard to really know how someone else is feeling,
Yeah.
And sometimes those subtle signs that they might not be happy with us slip right under the radar.
That's right.
And then bam, we've got a conflict on our hands.
Right.
And so today we're going to dive into 5 key signs
Okay.
to watch out for that someone might be unhappy with us, so we can at least try and address it early on.
I like it.
So we've got this interesting source here called Pasted Text. And they give 5 signs that someone might be unhappy with you.
Okay.
The first one is changes in communication.
Oh, yeah.
So easy to miss,
Absolutely.
right? Like if someone who used to be really chatty suddenly starts giving you one-word answers
Yeah.
or takes forever to reply,
Right.
that could be a sign.
That something is up.
Yeah,
Like if they were really open and engaged before and now they're kind of distant and unresponsive,
yeah,
something's changed.
yeah, that makes sense.
It's all about looking at how things have shifted. It's not just like, oh, they're not talking as much,
Right,
but
it's
it
good.
changed.
Yeah,
So it's that shift that you really want to pay attention to.
yeah, and I feel like body language plays into that a little bit too.
Oh, absolutely.
Our source mentioned things like avoiding eye contact or crossing their arms.
Yeah, it's like their body is literally trying to create a barrier between you.
Yeah, and I feel like I do that sometimes when I'm uncomfortable,
Right.
Like I'll just like cross my arms without even realizing it.
We all have those little tells, right?
Yeah, totally.
But it's when those tells become a pattern that it's worth paying attention to.
Right. So like if someone's always avoiding eye contact,
Yeah, or if they flinch when you get too close.
yeah,
Those are signs that maybe they're not feeling super comfortable around you.
makes sense. And it's probably tied to how they respond to you as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like giving short or curt replies.
Yeah, that can really sting.
Especially if you're used to warmer, more engaging interactions.
It's like you're putting in all this effort and they're just like,
Yeah.
exactly. But how do we know the difference between someone being genuinely busy
Yeah.
and them just like brushing us off?
I think context is super important there.
Right.
Like, is this a one-time thing? Or is this a consistent pattern you're seeing?
Right.
And again, it goes back to looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Is this a change from how they normally act?
Gotcha.
If so, then it might be a sign that something else is going on.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sometimes people just try to avoid you altogether.
Oh, yeah. Avoidance.
Classic.
Classic sign.
Yeah, like they're always busy, always have an excuse not to hang out.
Yeah. And sometimes that avoidance can even be subconscious.
Really?
Yeah. They might not even realize they're doing it.
Wow.
But it's like their body's kind of taking over and trying to create that distance.
That's fascinating. And then there's passive aggression, right? The master of disguise when it comes to unhappiness.
Like, they might not say outright that they're upset,
Right.
but they'll throw those little jabs.
Yeah, like backhanded compliments or sarcasm.
Exactly.
Ugh, I hate that.
It's like a way of expressing their displeasure without actually confronting the issue.
So like, why do people resort to that?
I think sometimes it feels safer than direct confrontation. Like they might be afraid of conflict, or they might not feel comfortable expressing their feelings openly.
Makes sense.
But in the long run, that passive aggression just breeds more resentment.
For sure. So we've gone over a lot of signs here. Is there anything people can do if they suspect someone's unhappy with them?
Well, first off, it's important not to jump to conclusions based on one isolated incident.
Right.
Remember, these are just potential indicators.
Yeah, we don't want to overanalyze every little thing.
Exactly. But if you notice a consistent pattern of these signs, it might be worth having a conversation with that person. Yeah. Like a heart-to-heart.
Exactly. And when you do, approach it with empathy and understanding.
Yeah, not accusatory.
Right, just be like, hey, I've noticed some things and I just wanted to check in and see if everything's okay.
That's a great suggestion. But you know what? Sometimes, even if you have that conversation, they might not admit that anything's wrong.
True.
So what do you do then? That's something for you to think about. Until next time, keep diving deep.
See ya.